So today I'm just going to walk you guys through this really complicated process for actually going and trademarking your podcast name. So I really struggled with this, and I thought it might be useful for others if I just made a quick video showing how I figured it all out. So what you want to do first is go to this USPTO.gov account and create one. If you don't already have one, they're going to ask you to verify your ID and just try to make sure that you're an actual human being. And then once you get that all completed, you're going to want to log into the TEAS Trademark Center. Make sure you do this on Google Chrome or one of the accepted browsers because it'll just take you in this weird login loop if not. So once you do that, you basically have to go through this process of choosing the right form, which in this instance is going to be this intent to use form. And I spent a lot of time chasing my tail on, there used to be two types, a standard and a plus version, one of them being a little bit cheaper than the other. That is no longer the case. So the actual dollar amount to do this is now $350 USD, just so everyone's aware. But I'm going to walk you guys kind of through what I did here, how this works as quickly as possible so that you can follow the same steps and hopefully not spend your entire morning trying to figure this out the way that I did. So here we go. This is specifically for those of you who are trying to trademark your podcast name, but you are working on actually getting those episodes out there currently. So once you follow this process, there's going to be kind of a review period of a few months, and then they'll get back to you and kind of get you on your way to the next steps from here to actually acknowledge your trademark and continue the process. You'll see when you log into the Trademark Center, it looks like this. You're going to want to go to the search trademark database and check to see how close the existing trademarks are out there for similar types of podcasts. You can also do this through your favorite LLM like ChatGPT. It might help you save a little bit of time, but you might want to go and check manually just to be sure. So once you do that, you're going to click on this Apply to Register Trademark section. It talks about kind of some disclaimers, so click the checkbox and click I agree. Then you get into this actual application section. So I'm going to kind of speed through this for people who are interested. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to drop them in the comments. So you're going to click through these boxes. This is the trademark / service mark option. All right. Then click individual if you are an individual. Select your country here. I'm going to go and fill out some of these sections. All right, so this is where it gets a little bit complicated. So you want to probably choose this I want to protect wording alone option. You can also protect your actual logo if you have one of those developed, but if you want to do these, you might have to actually go and file for each one separately, which can get kind of pricey. So for the sake of this demonstration, we're going to walk through the I want to protect wording alone option. Click continue. Now you have this standard character option. So for my podcast, it's called Making Mentors. So put the name that you want to trademark in there after you've done your research and click continue. Does your trademark contain any words in a language other than English? Hopefully select no. Does your trademark contain the name, portrait, likeness, or signature of a person? In my case, this is also no. Select the appropriate filing basis. So this is where you either intend to use your trademark in commerce in the future if you don't have anything public out there to kick off this process, or in my case, I actually have the first episode of my podcast up, so I'm going to select my trademark is currently in use in commerce. All right, so now we scroll down to identify the goods and services section. So here you're going to want to select podcasts or type it into the box and scroll down to this entertainment services, namely providing podcasts in the field of You're going to want to put something like self-improvement or personal development here. So we'll do personal development and select next. Actually select add. And once you select add, it should show up in this little box down here. You can go and edit it if you need to. Now you're taken to this next section, which is the specimen section. So for the specimen section, you want to click add specimen, and then it gives you an option to upload a screenshot. What I did is I went to my podcast here and I uploaded a screenshot of my actual podcast channel on YouTube with my first episode here. So you're going to want to do something similar. They'll only accept JPEGs, so make sure that you upload it in that format. I'll go ahead and find it again here and upload my screenshot. So in the description of specimen, you're going to want to type something very similar to screenshot of applicant's YouTube channel showing the mark making mentors used in connection with the podcast entertainment services. Obviously, you're going to want to replace the actual name with your trademark name, but otherwise everything else should stay relatively the same. For the date of first use, in my case, I uploaded that episode on September 8th. Date of first use in commerce, I'm just going to use the same date here. The URL, I'm going to actually go back to this page and choose the URL of that channel to paste there. And then date of access, that would be today's date. All right, make sure to check this box at the bottom and double check everything looks good. Save specimen and click continue. Make sure you double check these just to make sure that you don't need to actually check any of those boxes, and check continue. And then once you get here, it's just going to give you the option to review your information to make sure you didn't mess anything up. So do that and click continue. And then you get to choose your signature method. So I chose sign directly. Check all these little boxes here to make sure that you're giving them authorization. Type your signature in this strange format with these / symbols. So you can just type your name in between them, select today's date, and then select your name and owner in the bottom and click continue. All right, now you're going to be taken to this pay now option. So go ahead and click the pay now button. And once you do that, you are met with this payment portal that will pop up. And then here you are able to pay the $350 fee and finish the process. So once you finish that, you should see this screen. You have successfully submitted your application, and you'll get an email with confirmation as well. So hopefully this helps somebody out today. Like I said, if you have any problems, feel free to drop your comments and I'll do my best to help you out. Cheers.